Psalm 38 is one of those, and there are many of these, that it can be a little bit difficult to pray. But in those moments where we are experiencing the same thing that the psalmist is experiencing, they can be some of the most beneficial parts of our life. So this one's titled, A Penitent Sufferer's Plea for Healing. And kind of midway down in verse 9, it says, Lord, all my longing is known to you. My sighing is not hidden from you. My heart throbs, my strength fails me, and the light of my eyes, it also has gone from me. My friends and companions stand aloof from my plague, and my kinsmen stand afar off. How often do we feel that way? And then going to prayer and praying like this can often be really hard for us. We don't want to be in these moments in our life because they're pretty miserable when we're in the midst of them. But if we learn, this is the part that it's the hardest maybe for some of us to do, but it's the only real solution to the misery that we can often find ourselves in. When life is not going well, like when we're in pain physically or emotionally or spiritually, those are the moments that temptation is often to isolate, to be alone, because we feel like this, because we feel like, even our friends, are aloof to our problems. They don't understand. They don't know what we're going through, but the Lord does. The Lord always does. He created us and He knows the intimate parts of us that even we don't fully understand in ourselves, but He does know. And so to speak these words in honesty and with everything going on with our life, that's where we can find comfort, because Christ, as He prayed these words from the cross or from His agony in the garden or through His whole passion, He has these similar words in His own heart. When He says, my friends are aloof to my problems, all of His friends left Him to enter into that suffering alone. All He had was this prayer to His Father, to the comfort that He found there. And so if we can learn in those darkest times of our life to turn and pray these words, the consolation will come. The resurrection will be ours as we journey through the crosses of our life.